Night Titans. Today is Friday, April 5th. I'm Haley Donahue.
And I'm Brooke Herrick.
It sure has been a while since you and I have had a show together.
I know, right? But like always, you and I are always ready. So let's get on with the show.
Before we went off to spring break, we showed you senior Evan Walters' passion for MMA fighting. This week, reporters Jamie Hughes and Travis Little take us into sophomore Caleb Penora's karate-filled life.
You've heard of the Karate Kid, a fighter, a strong-willed kid that never gives up. But most noticeably, he's a boy. But here on campus, we have our own Karate Kid, and her name is Kayla Penora. Sophomore Kayla Penora has been doing martial arts since she was just 5 years old. Since her first class, Penora has continued martial arts, striving to move up the belt ranks to the aspired black belt.
So I started martial arts when I was 5 years old. It was a dojo across the street from my school, so it was an after-school program that the instructors would pick me up and walk me over there. But from the first day, I really fell in love, and it was just an after-school program that turned into a hobby, and I just was in love, and I just kept doing it. So as most people know, in martial arts, you start off as a white belt, you end up as a black belt, but in between there's different belt ranks, from white to yellow, orange, purple, blue, green, red, brown, and then black. I got my black belt within 9 years, because I went through a kids program first, and then once you get your junior black belt, which is a kids black belt, you have to start over in the adult program. Once I was a brown belt in the adult program, I actually had to test for my black belt 3 times, and that process is about a 30-day long process, and it was really difficult doing it 3 times over. I had complications. I had appendicitis, and so I had to heal from that, get my strength back, and then test again. Then I tore my meniscus in my knee, so I had to do the same thing again. So by that 3rd time, I was just really ready, and I just put everything into it, and I passed.
Kayla's mother and grandfather have been very supportive in her martial arts career. They've driven her to numerous practices, lessons, and have been a solid backbone to helping her continue her hobby.
Kayla has gotten so much out of martial arts. She has developed discipline, self-confidence. She's learned patience and what it means to sacrifice. All the setbacks she's had, and she's had some medical issues where she had a broken nose and she had to have her appendix removed, and those things had set her back months at a time. And once you do that in martial arts, you basically have to start all over again. And instead of giving up, she has risen to the occasion, and for that I'm most proud of her. She knows what it is, just like in life, when things don't work out on your timetable, you just have to work a little bit harder until you achieve your goal. And so that's what martial arts has taught her, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, I've been supporting Kayla since she was 5 years old, going to karate and watching her perform. And then after the first few years, I started taking her because of transportation problems, and they were moving and from that particular school. So I went and watched her and supported her, and tried to tell her that she was going to be a great ninja one day. But she did get her black belt eventually, and we're very proud of her. And I hope she will continue teaching and spreading the ninja word.
Kayla's sensei, Mr. Dave Marinoble, has taught her for over 5 years. To see her growth from when she started at Marinoble's School of Martial Arts, Self-Defense, and Kickboxing is phenomenal.
Yeah, she is a Shodan, which is a first-degree black belt. Kayla, that is, Kayla Penora. And she's been training in martial arts since she was a little girl. Like before I started training her, she was training with one of my friends' black belts that he had trained. And his student actually opened a school, and that was her first teacher, Mr. McCurry. She was with him for quite a while, and then he got out of the school business and things like that, and I took over all his students, and then Kayla came over with me probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I think, and yeah, it was about 5 or 6 years ago, close to 6 years ago, and she had not yet received her black belt yet, and she was like a junior, what's called a junior belt at that time, and then she got a little bit older and everything like that, and then I trained her up to her black belt, and since then she's done very good. She's probably one of my best weapons people here that we have that goes to weapons class consistently. One of my high-level instructors that I can count on all the time. So I mean, she's always able to be counted on when she's here at the school teaching a class or teaching someone to move or kata, because she knows her material so well. And so it's been a pleasure to have her here. Really, she's an asset. You know what I'm saying? So some black belts are like that, and she's definitely one of them.
Since 2010, when she was officially certified, Kayla began to teach Bok Fu. She has the ability to teach anyone from kids to adults who are under her belt ranking.
So I've been teaching for almost 3 years now. I got officially certified to teach Bok Fu in April of 2010. So this month will be my 3rd year. And I just really love teaching. I can teach anyone below my belt rank. So I teach kids, I teach adults, or just anyone who really asks me for help. I'll be willing to help out and help them with what they need.
Through her martial arts passion, Kayla has maintained a 4.0 GPA since the 6th grade. Currently, she is taking Honors Physics, the AP European and Honors English 10 block, Spanish 3, and Principles of Engineering. However, she has learned to balance all of her commitments.
So it's really hard to fit everything into my schedule with my challenging courses that I'm taking this year. And I'm in swim team this year, National Honor Society, and then I also have to make time for karate. So everything that I do I love, and I wouldn't really have it any other way, but sometimes in order to fit everything I want to do in, I have to give up some other things. So I've had to cut back a little bit on how often I do certain activities, but I make time for everything because, like I said, I really wouldn't have it any other way.
On April 24th, Kayla will be hosting a self-defense class here on campus. The workshop is open to all girls who wish to learn everyday tactics if a situation arises in which it is needed.
I will be hosting a women's self-defense seminar. It's going to be held Wednesday, April 24th in the cafeteria right after school. So from 2:45 to about 4 o'clock. I'm going to have me and one of my senseis and fellow black belts help me out with this. So ladies, if you're interested, it's going to be protection against rape, domestic violence, just all the basics of how to protect yourself.
As a sophomore, Kayla knows college isn't far away. When she goes to college, she does not plan to completely forget her martial arts roots embedded in her background.
As far as colleges go, I'm just really searching for one still. I know I want to stay in California and major in engineering. I don't know what field yet, but I'm definitely looking at colleges like Berkeley or Cal Poly, stuff that'll really challenge me.
Reporting for your Channel 5 Titan TV News, I'm Jamie Hughes.
There will be a worldwide movement for students to raise awarenesses of bullying and harassment on April 19th during the entire school day. People who are willing to participate will take a vow of silence by taping their mouth shut.
Student government is selling bro tanks just in time for warmer weather. Pre-sale order forms are in the student store, at the student services window, and at the front desk in the office. So go pick one up if you want one.
Seniors enrolled for California State University who haven't taken their ELM or EPT test need to do so as soon as possible. There is only one test day left, scheduled for May 5th, which you need to sign up for no later than April 19th. If you have any questions regarding these tests, see Ms. Patty Lee in the College Career Center.
Have you bought your Sober Grad Night ticket yet? If not, Sober Grad tickets are on sale during both lunches and after school today for $85. After today, the cost will be $90, so be sure to get your ticket as soon as possible.
The senior class is holding a bunco fundraiser tonight from 7 to 9 p.m. in the cafeteria for Sober Grad Night. The cost is $20 for adults and $10 for students. This price includes snacks, beverages, and a chance to win some fun prizes.
Seniors, next Tuesday, while the underclassmen are taking the STAR test, you will be taking your 2013 panoramic graduate picture at the football field. You need to report to the cafeteria no later than 7:45 a.m. for instructions. So if you have first period off, be sure to set an alarm so you aren't late. And don't forget to wear red.
During spring break, members of the Titanium Yearbook staff traveled to New York after receiving a Gold Crown nomination from Columbia Scholastic Press Association for last year's edition. The 2012 edition of the Titanium Yearbook won a gold crown for the 3rd year in a row, one of just 23 schools in the nation to receive this prestigious award. Matt Hoffman talked to Titanium EIC Chelsea Lockett to find out her reaction.
Just before spring break, some 3 of us from Media Journalism Yearbook traveled to New York for the National Scholastic Press Association, where we went to Columbia University and for the conference, and we won our 4th gold crown. It really means a lot to us to kind of be recognized for all the hard work that we put in, and it just really makes us hope that we can just keep producing those nationally ranked yearbooks. So it's going to be interesting to see how this year's book goes, and just really excited to have this experience, and I don't know, to produce a book at this level is really awesome.
Today is the last day to turn in your junior prom guest passes. So if you still have to do that, be sure to turn them in by the student service window by 3 p.m.
And come out to support your girls' varsity soccer team tonight as the girls host the Mary Loma Matadors at 6:45 p.m.
That's all we have for you today.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.